What do you see? A pen. What do you see? A paper. Now, what do you see? When we look at each other, we already have something engraved in our minds on what to call the person in front of us. We view that person as a girl, a boy, a friend, and many more. We treat people based on what standard we put on them. These standards depend on what we think about them, how we see them. He likes men, she likes women. People like them are a bit different. She was a boy, he was a girl. People like them are a bit unusual. LGBTI young people report experiencing verbal homophobic abuse at 61%, physical homophobic abuse at 18%, and other types of homophobia at 9%, including cyberbullying, graffiti, social exclusion, and humiliation. We look at each other as if we're walking standards following different descriptions based on what we think. Due to these standards, we begin to segregate and discriminate each other because we think that these standards are the people themselves. We think that these standards are the ones walking around us, living around us. 80% of homophobic bullying involving LGBTI young people occurs at schools and has a profound impact on their well-being and education. This causes a large number of LGBTI people to hide their sexuality or gender identity, with 34% when accessing services, 42% at social and community events, and even at work at 39%. Young people aged 16 to 24 years are most likely to hide their sexuality or gender identity. We reduce each other into standards. We chain each other to leashes that no one ever asked for, and forget the truth that we are all people. We forget everybody's faces and see only these standards, and we treat them as if they are needed to be discriminated due to their differences. We tend to create these standards for others because we are unfamiliar or in favor of what those people may be, of what they should be, of who they are. We only think of ourselves as if we're the only ones in the world, as if we are the only ones who have our own stories, as if the world revolves around us, and we have the power to choose what standard to put on the people around us. We adjust our reality to our likings, forgetting the fact that others also have their own stories and their own perspective. The world revolves around them, and they also have the power to choose what standard to put on you. You are given a standard in the world. Similarly, you give them a standard in your world. These standards are just mere attachments made by man. We have the right to choose our paths to become who we ought to be. And we do not need any standards to move on with our lives. We shouldn't be defined by people. We have the freedom to live without being named anything. We are not men. We are not women. We are not gay. We are not trans. We are not weak. We are not strong. But instead, I am me, and you are you. At the end of the day, what matters is that I am. You are. We are.